Hi, this is Peggy with ArtStuff Child and Family Counseling, and I'm here to teach another art intervention called the Nonjudgemental Canvas. Before we begin, before we even touch the paper, we have to prepare the most important tool in the room, the non-judgmental brain. For many of us, especially those whose brains process the world a little differently, a blank page isn't just an opportunity, it's a demand. It's a demand for perfection, for a plan, or for a correct outcome. But today, we are firing the internal critic. Just take a moment and look at your paper. It has no expectations of you. It doesn't care if you have a degree or if you haven't picked up a crayon since grade school. In this space, good and bad are replaced by felt and expressed. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, imagine any of the shoulds and coulds to drift away. The I should draw a tree, or I should use blue. Let it leave your mind. We aren't making a masterpiece. We're making a footprint of a moment. Pick up your black marker now. We allow our marker to touch the paper without a plan. We are going to make containers, open blob shapes, mindfully spaced out, each its own container to hold space. If you're in a calming space, maybe these lines that create the containers are round and soft. If the energy inside is chaotic, maybe you have a more jagged line or container that looks like a block. Let yourself find these shapes without judgment on this blank page. For neurodiverse creators, the sensory feedback of the pen hitting the paper can be a grounding force. Feel the friction, hear the scratch of the nib. This isn't about what it looks like. It's about how it feels to move the pen across the paper. Now, look at the map that you have created. Each of these closed shapes is a container. In one, you might use a stippling motion, tiny dots that create a vibrating texture. In another, a smooth, watery wash of color. This is a rhythmic, repetitive process. This repetition can be incredibly soothing for the neurodivergent nervous system, allowing the mind to drift into and flow from a state, a prediction, where time starts to blur, moving from one shape to the next, finding its pattern. Here I have used petals and circles in that rounding space, and then in the negative space that I did not draw in, I created a predictive curved line to help me see the pathways. These next few steps are really what you internally want to experience. I chose to put in some black, making a difference between my negative and positive spaces. This will be where I decide to put my patterns in between those shapes. Next, we find our palette of watercolor or colored pencils, whatever medium that suits your current experience. If you find yourself worrying about the colors matching, try picking a color with your eyes closed. Let the non-judgmental brain take the lead. There are no mistakes here, only different paths. As you finish, take a step back. What you see in front of you is a physical record of your nervous system, at rest and in motion. Some areas might look crowded and busy, others might feel open and calm. Both are valid, both belong on the same page. The goal of the Neurodiverse Art Project wasn't to finish a drawing. It was to practice being with yourself, without a filter. You've taken a blank, demanding space and turned it into a reflection of your unique current rhythm. Your brain is the artist, the paper is just the witness. Use this space to keep creating without judgment. Art interventions are like blueprints and can be rewritten and practiced over and over. For a deeper use of art therapy, reach out to Kid Stuff Child and Family Counseling, and we will get you connected with an art therapist that meets your child, teen, adult, or family needs.